As Textron Airborne Solutions pursues the U.S. Air Force's lucrative adversary ADAIR contract, the company earlier this month acquired 63 Dassault Mirage F1s, ATAC Chief Executive Jeffrey Parker tells Flight Global. ATAC, which Textron acquired last year, took ownership of the legacy fleet, plus support equipment and 150 engines, on 5 September. Textron plans to use the Mirages towards the USAF's upcoming award, which requires almost 150 aircraft to fulfill the service's Red Air training needs. Textron is retrofitting the F1s with digital radio frequency memory jamming capabilities and active electronically scanned array ESA radars, Parker says, adding the requirements the Air Force is coming out with are clearly an asset-driven requirement. While the 63 aircraft fleet marks a significant acquisition for a private company, Textron is still searching for additional aircraft to satisfy the USAF's requirements. However, the company's options have started waning as it looks for aircraft that can operate for more than a decade or have parts that can be supported at the manufacturing level, Parker says. The field is also narrowing in Europe, and Textron has effectively stopped buying from former Eastern Bloc countries for the time being. There are aircraft from Eastern Europe that our warfighters would train against, but they do not have a good track record for supportability, documentation, and airworthiness certification, which has become important for industry now, he says. When you start checking off the things that make aircraft attractive, they start falling away, for those reasons, for politics, and for State Department issues, where you cannot buy aircraft from different countries. The $15 billion ADAIR award would contract out nearly 37,000 flight hours to provide adversary air services, filling the gaps at the USAF's 57th Wing Weapons School and Red Flag training events, as well as operational test and evaluation missions at Nellis AFB, Nevada. The USAF expects to release a final solicitation in January 2018, with a contract award due the following year. The Air Force issued a short-term contract to Draken International in 2015, following the closure of the 65th Aggressor Squadron at Nellis AFB and deactivation of the base's 19 Boeing F-15s, which had performed Red Air missions. The one-year, $4.5 million contract signaled a broader shift from organic adversary air provision by USAF pilots to a contracted capability. In a perfect world, we would have the resources to maintain the aggressor squadrons that we used to have, and we'd do our best to work in-house, Air Combat Command Chief Gen Mike Holmes said during the annual Air, Space, and Cyber Conference near Washington, D.C. However, he notes in the world we're living in now, I don't want to have to trade an actual fighter squadron for an aggressor squadron because of limits on my budget. The next best thing is to see if we can contract some of that Red Air out. However, contracting out adversary air missions is a temporary measure, and Holmes says the USAF has plans in its budget to return to an organic capability. The contract is still likely to last more than a year, he adds. One possibility to extend the Air Force's resources is to create a derivative of its future Texas trainer after its Air Education and Training Command gets that program off the ground.